Hi guys, I thought I'd take you with me while I made some scrubs today. So it's not actually plain scrubs, we're doing a whipped soap scrub combo. So let's talk about these scrubs first though. So they're not just any typical scrub, they're really emulsified so that they don't leave any grease or, it doesn't separate or anything. They have sea salt, they have sunflower oil, I have shea butter in this, jojoba oil, there's actual lemon powder in this one. This is the Inspire, which has kind of like a really bright floral meets ozone type scent. It has rose powder in it, all kinds of really great ingredients in that. And then right here I have my whipped soap. So I've got to kind of work with this rather quickly before it sets up. I've spritzed out my bowl with alcohol, and what we're going to do is kind of fold it in rather than, I just want to use kind of a different technique and almost take like a baking approach to it, and take this, because the scrub is so, it's pretty solid, it's not going to separate, like I said, and get greasy. We can kind of work with this a little differently. So I'm just kind of putting it in the bowl and breaking it up. You can see little jojoba beads in here. And it smells unbelievable. I love this scent. I really wish I could do this in a soap, but it just makes the soap like totally seize up. So I'm gonna put this in, kind of keep working with it, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of the whipped soap and then kind of put some more in from there. And I'm working in this big wide bowl because it's just a little bit easier to have space instead of the deep set bowl. And let's see how this does. Okay, so let me put this over here, kind of see how I'm working with this. And you want to think of it like you're almost like you're baking and folding in a really thick whipped cream, so that the whipped soap is unscented. You can see it's just kind of a pure white, and the scrub is so I don't want to say heavily scented, but it has so much scent in it that it just doesn't really, we don't need any additional in the whipped soap. So I really decided to do this with these three scrubs I'm making. This is going to be a new, kind of, not a new line, but kind of a new line. I mean, I had Inspire scrubs on their own before, and now we're just borrowing that name, but then the other two have new names, new scents, and I'll show you what those are soon. This is really thick and heavy, and they're going to be in 8-ounce jars. So now I've got to add some more of the scrub, like labor of love here. So I only have like a certain amount of scrub that I did, and I have a plan for releasing this first batch, and it's going to go to my Facebook group, and then I'll put some in my store and maybe send some to one other store that's local. It's so nice having the shop now where I can immediately bring my own new things, and it's nice. So the Facebook group, we're doing quarterly sales now, and the spring debut will be these, a new candle, and what else am I doing? Oh, the Mother's Day gift sets will be the big feature. The collaboration with 2 other sellers. So I think I did a video and talked about that a little bit, but you know what? I may not have even recorded that one yet. I'll talk about it now. I won't be able to show you the gift box yet, but I have a store in Kennett called Mrs. Robinson's Tea Shop, and it's this wonderful gift shop, and then of course they have like a million different teas that I love to go and buy. So they are actually carrying my soaps and creams and perfume oils now. So I decided to add their teas in, because I always wanted to add teas in to a gift box, so we're going to do that. Mrs. Robinson's teas will be a part of the gift boxes, and the other one is a local chocolate maker who also sells at Rooted, which is a shop where I sell and have sold for quite some time now. we both started our businesses at the same time. So I thought it would be fun to work with one of those gals, and we're going to do truffles. She's doing like a specific size just for the basket, and they'll be really nice truffles. She makes really good candy. I've been buying her candy for my boys for Easter for a long time. So we'll do that. And then we're going to have a candle. And what am I putting in it for mine? They're getting photos right now. I haven't gotten them back yet, but we'll have a candle, a botanical bath salt tea. I did not stir this too much because my pink jojoba beads are starting to turn this a little pink, but that's also fine, I guess. All right, so I think we're good with this. So anyway, we'll have, you know, some items, of course, with gratitude soap is going to be one of them, and a lip balm. So they're going to be really nice gift sets. Of course, they'll have a Mother's Day card that I can personalize, all that good stuff. So now I'm going to, let me just show you putting these in the jar and the labels I have for them. Okay, so back to what I was saying about working with other brands. It's really nice to be able to collaborate with other brands for a few reasons. One, you get to know other makers who are in the area, who are local to you, and you really help support one another by doing things like gift sets and kind of promoting each other. And it helps you to see how your brands actually work nicely together, especially for holidays like Mother's Day. All right. See what that looks like in the jar. I wish you guys could smell this. And I've been doing that with, I guess, you know, like people that I know, friends that are makers, but then I've reached out on my own to some people that I haven't known before, but now do, some of whom have become friends. And for the most part, people have reached out to me for collaborations, but now I'm starting to reach out a bit on my own to other makers. And, you know, you can take advantage of that by, you know, promoting each other on your social media so that their audience, if your things go well together, their audience then is exposed to your brand, and of course vice versa. You know, it's works both ways. You need to make sure you're holding up your end of the deal and promoting on social media via your email list, things like that. So like for example, with Robin's Candies, I asked her to give me a stack of her cards so that I can put one of her cards, and that way people, you know, who love the candy can go to her website and they know they can order, or they can find out where they can buy them close to them. And you know, of course, Mrs. Robinson's has a wonderful store, but they also do well on their website, so I'll have information on that. So we did kind of like a specialty size when we worked on the tea. I wanted something that was going to go with my, you know, my products, where I have, you know, just scents that go with the soap. So we chose to do 3 different teas, and their teas are amazing, and they're just so nicely packaged and everything. We did a lavender. I wanted to do a lavender, so they suggested doing a black tea, a green tea, and a rooibos tea. So I really wanted to do like the lemon rooibos, because I love that. I actually had somebody bring that tea to me to ask me to create a cream based on it, and it was really hard to kind of nail down that scent. But I was able to do that at one point for a custom gift. So I always remembered that lemon rooibos tea that smelled so good. So that is the one. And in fact, last time I was there, I actually had a lemon rooibos iced tea. It was good. And then we did a lavender green tea, which will be nice. And the black tea, I really just wanted kind of a straightforward English breakfast type of tea. So we did that for the black tea. All right, so I really want to pack these as best I can. So I'm going to bang them down and let them settle a little bit. But you can see how much I'm putting in these, and you really don't need very much at all when you use them when you're showering or whatever. It just doesn't take much at all So what you have with this product is a whipped soap and scrub in one. So the scrub is emulsified. You've got all these butters and wonderful oils and the jojoba beads for a little exfoliation, but the sea salt is also an exfoliant. You've got this scent that kind of stays with you all day, and it, just kind of goes into your skin through the oils and the butters. So you're getting a deep moisturizing experience, but at the same time, you're also cleansing. Just don't use it in any areas that would be sensitive, is all I would suggest. Again, I'm really, really packing these in. Goodness. But it's a really nice product, and I'm excited to put this out here. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is what I expected to have of each one. And they're pretty heavy. They're in 8-ounce jars, but they weigh far more than 8 ounces. So that's that. And then let me just show you the label before I sign off. Okay, so these are my Inspire scrub labels. You see that? So it says whipped scrub. So it's a whipped soap scrub, and it's rose, lily, orange, lime, and a bit of ozone. So a foaming and exfoliating sea salt scrub is what I had my designer put on there. And they are wonderful. So they will look lovely as soon as I get them together. And I can't wait to have them debut. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. And, I would just highly suggest that you reach out to others. If you are a maker and you're watching this, reach out to other makers and see if there is something that you can do to come up with a gift set together, or even do a giveaway together. I've done things like that too. If you have any questions about that and other things that I've done with local gals, just leave me some comments and I will address that in the next video. Thanks. So I promised that I would stop and talk about Consignment for a moment. This is a shot of my products on shelves at a local store called Rooted, and it was started by 3 women in my community, and it has become a really successful store. It features a lot of local makers, and my things have been here since the beginning, about 6 years ago. So we've kind of grown as businesses together. I do very well there every month, so I wanted to put this on there just so that you shouldn't shy away from Consignment. I know a lot of people say don't do Consignment, but I've actually done very, very well with the store. It's money I can count on every month to come in, and I'm always happy to talk more about Consignment if anyone is interested. So if you are considering doing Consignment and you want to know more about it, just leave me a comment and I'll be happy to do a separate video on that for you. Good afternoon from the shop in Chesapeake City. Just wanted to show you a couple of things that I have added. We now have a comfort tree. I have to put the little sign on it, but the comfort tree is full of comfort kits. So let's see, it says Comfort Kit 2021 is bound to be a better year, but just in case. Inside there are a couple of different varieties. I have comfort candles, I have comfort soap. I actually made some smaller comfort whip soaps in vanilla sugar. There's bath bombs, there's relaxing shower steamers, lip balms, all kinds of things. So this is it. When these are gone, they are gone. That is all I have left. I've been selling them online, but I thought it would be nice to bring them here. And then in our bathtub sale bin, I've added a couple of things here. You can get some bubble scoops or bath truffles. They're really wonderful for your skin. These have been marked down. They've got some really nice oils and milk powders and things like that. And just a couple of, there's one set left, the lone survivor of the Easter egg bath bombs. It's a little crumbled on the bottom, but they're really nice bath bombs. So quite a few things in here. There's a set of wax melts, and come over and check them out. And of course we have the soaps and everything else. Changes a little bit each time. We have some really nice bubble bars that have been added, and I'm going to be doing some bigger bubble bars as well, some rainbow ones. So those are coming soon, as well as some new whipped scrubs. So some whipped soap sugar scrub combinations. Getting some new shelving and things like that in here. So those are coming. And Got our candles and our shower steamers, and everything is ready, so stop on in. So an update on where I am right now with the new business. It was a month ago yesterday that I started it, and today is Sunday, and I thought it was going to be really rainy down here, and I've kind of been concerned about what to do when it rains because a lot of my stuff has to go on the porch, but I have a system for that now. And so I have 2 girls who are helping me down here now, which is great. And one of them started today, so I came down here to get her started. And we had like a bunch of sales right away before we even finished setting up, which was great. So now she is taking the reins for the day, and I am on the other side of the canal walking this path that I always see people walking, and I just came down here in my walking outfit and I'm getting my exercise in. And my shop's running, and that's a big goal that I have. I also just checked in with someone else who is learning to make soap, so she can help me, but that's going to be, probably a couple months of a process. She's the sister of another friend, so people seem to come to me and, have an interest in doing certain things. It has all really worked out well. You can see up here, I'm coming up on the town across the way, and the bridge is there in the background. It's a cloudy sky, but people are out walking around. I'm kind of surprised. So now I can actually have the rest of my day off. I had to test students early this morning. And I was kind of feeling like, I don't know, I don't want to say grumpy, but kind of grumpy this morning because I didn't sleep well last night. And I had to wake up at like 5:30 and do the student testing. And then I thought, I have to go down to the shop now, even though it's the only day that I haven't been here within the last 4 days. And I started getting like a little bit of overwhelm setting in. Like, wait a second, I don't want to not have any days off. And wasn't really seeing one coming. But after today, this worked out nicely, and I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do anyway, but walking in a prettier place than I would at home. I'm feeling a lot better. And, I have Monday and Tuesday planned. I have a lot of production I have to do because the soaps are selling so well down here. And I've had a couple of pretty big wholesale orders come in the last 2 weeks. I'm just kind of wiped out with, not like me physically, my stock is wiped out. So I did just get my industrial or commercial wand mixer. It arrived, so I'm really excited to use that and scale up my soap making so my best sellers I can really make those in pretty large batches, and then just keep some of the others in small batches. And I'll get on a schedule. I'm not used to being super busy in the summer, and I'm going to be now because of this shop and where it's located. So there's a lot to kind of think about logistically. You have to just rearrange what you thought was going to be your schedule and so forth. But that's that. I just kind of wanted to jump on here and talk about that a little bit and say that things do have a way of working out, and if you just drop everything when you have that first sign of, oh my gosh, wait a second, maybe I shouldn't do this, it's too much, just kind of sit back and think about it a little bit and figure out what your new schedule is going to be, because change is growth, and if you just stay the way you are, then nothing changes. And I'm really happy being down here. I've already had a successful sales day, and I've already, within the first 20 minutes, I earned enough money to pay my employee for the day and still make money, which is great. So it's a good day, and I can go home and make dinner for my family, get some cleaning done that I want to get done, because I have to, I have 1 day a week now that I can kind of catch up, which is Sunday. And I want to talk to my son, who lives in Poland and calls once a week at least, so that we can catch up, and I need at least, an hour to do that on video with him. So here you go. Let me see if I can, since we're on the other side, you won't have this shot very often. Hopefully you can kind of see. So there's the bridge that I come in on, and there's the little town. And I love it. And then on this side of the town, it's super cute too.